up, everybody, and welcome back to Planners and Wine. My name is Meg.
And I am Myra. Welcome back to yet another week.
I think for this episode, we should skip the pleasantries because, if we ask each other about our week, we might as well just jump right into talking about the election. Are you with me? Are we on the same page?
Yeah, that's all I got for you. I was just gonna say we are part of the 92%. That was gonna be my recap for the week.
We are a part of the 92%. I'm a very proud member of the 92%, holding it down for democracy as Black women always do. We will get into more of that in a little bit, but yeah. Do we want to just talk about the some changes we're making to our Patreon moving forward?
Yeah, we can start there. I think
Yeah.
that's a good segue. So because at this point in time, community is gonna be so important. This is a good time to support your favorite podcast.
Mm-hmm.
So go ahead and head over to the Patreon. But we are going to be doing some changes. We're taking it down to just 2 tiers,
Mm-hmm.
correct?
Mm-hmm.
And
We're gonna have the $5 tier and the $20 tier. So the $20
mm,
tier will be all inclusive. It will include access to our exclusive Facebook group, which is so much fun and has been very cathartic during these trying times. And I'm so grateful for our Patreon community. It will also include access to our monthly live episode that we like to do with our patrons. That's the one we're going to be doing later on this month with our patrons, as well as a bonus episode slash live as well. So you get us live twice, get a little bit extra content, and you also get to be in our Facebook group. And I don't know, we just been thinking the past couple months, definitely think it is a good time to do that. Especially with just how things have gone down. If we have it in our power to make anything cheaper, then we're gonna do that. So it is what
basically.
it is.
But also it is we're trying to take a little bit of a step back too, because
Mm-hmm.
Patreon peeps know they get a lot. They definitely get a bang for their buck. And like Meg said, we have been talking about in the works of this because we
Mm-hmm.
have other things that we're trying to do, just be with our family and stuff like that too. And now that is more needed than ever
Yes.
before. So some of the things that we used to have a exclusive show that's going to just be retired.
Mm-hmm.
But if you do want to check those out, those will always be there. So if you do end up hopping on now,
Yep.
exclusive episodes and all of basically everything you get
Right.
immediate access to.
Right.
um for our existing Patreon members, should we do like a audio, like we just kind of recapping what the changes will be for them, because we do have people who are on different tiers since we're going down to just two, instead of like talking about that here, because
Oh
that
yeah, I'm
only
with
applies
you.
to them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
take out that part, this
yeah,
part, and we'll get into specifics. Maybe even on the shots episode, we can kind of get into specifics about how this affects them.
yeah,
I
that
think.
works. Yeah,
Yeah.
something that's exclusive to them.
Yeah.
We can't do it on shots. I mean, either way, I can just pull it because some people don't have access to shots.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So wherever we talk about it, I'll just grab that clip.
Okay, gotcha.
Um so that will be there for them. But yeah, just those two. Also to mention as well, um if you wanted to support more, if you wanted to just do more and not really necessarily in for the additional content,
Mm-hmm.
you can do that on Patreon as well. If you want to do like some type of donation, just
Mm-hmm.
you can put in what you want to put in. It doesn't
Gotcha.
necessarily have to fall into a tier.
Yep.
Just to give people different options, because I know folks, maybe the
Yeah.
two options that we have don't fit, but if you
Yeah.
want to support us in any way, that way is helpful.
For sure.
Um, Sharing the show is extremely helpful. Watching on YouTube is extremely helpful because,
Mm-hmm.
like, with everything that had just transpired, like, if you want your community, if you want to see your favorite podcast continue, you have to support.
Some type of way.
You have
Yeah.
to support some type of
Mm-hmm.
way. Like, it's no like optional kind of thing anymore because it's a wrap.
Yeah.
It's a wrap, y'all. So if you
Hmm.
want this to continue, want to hear in some kind of way, if you want to feel that support, do something.
Do something. Yep, exactly, exactly. And for the $5 tier, $5 tier is you get a early access to the episode a day early, and you also
Mm-hmm.
get ad free listening.
Mm-hmm.
Is and like I said, for the $20 tier, you get, so definitely check us out over on Patreon, patreon.com/planners and wine. We definitely appreciate all the support. And we're not going anywhere. So yeah, there's that. Unless the government makes us. But anyway, we're gonna take a quick break to hear from our sponsors, and we'll be right back. All right, y'all. So we are back. And obviously, we have to talk about the elephant in the room, the massive disappointment of the presidential election. Y'all know the results, so I don't have to talk in specifics
Mm-hmm.
about what happened. I really hope nobody is finding out via Planners and Wine the results of the
A week and
presidential
a half
election.
later.
Because if you
Yeah.
are, please turn this off and seek help, because we should not be your we can be
Yeah.
your number one stop for like dumb celebrity news, but
Mm-hmm.
not for news of this magnitude. You know, maybe if you're in another country or something, I can see it a little bit better. But if you in the United States, come on, come on, y'all.
Right.
But yeah, let's.
Even in a different country, like this is the the free world. I'm putting in quotes now.
I
Like
was.
the whole world was fucking watching. So yeah,
I
there's
was
no
gonna throw
way.
them a bone, but you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. No bones will be thrown anymore. Um, Yeah, let's just talk
Done.
about our feelings, and hopefully that, because that's as much as I got as far as offering other people any type of comfort, because I'm still trying to cope and rationalize how I'm feeling about this. And honestly, like, I feel like I'm such a rational person. I need stuff to make sense. I need stuff to be fair. And when things are unfair and they don't make sense, I can not cope. And that's how I feel like I've been feeling like this whole week. Like, I stayed up all night Tuesday night. I literally could not sleep. I was tossing and turning.
Mm-hmm.
I kept checking the results on my phone, and even when it started to seem a little bleak, I was still trying to be hopeful. And then maybe around like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, it really set into me that she wasn't gonna win. And I just had a breakdown. I just cried in my husband's arms, and I just let it all out, because I literally felt so low and just so hopeless in that moment. And it just felt not real. And then I was kind of mad at myself for being so hopeful about it, because I was like, did I just set myself up for failure?
Mm-hmm.
Like did I just live in an echo chamber for these last few months? Like, why did I have so much faith in this? Like, why did I believe this so bad? I still feel that to an extent. I don't feel it as much right now. I haven't cried since Wednesday. But I've definitely been going through different phases of sadness and just absolute just rage over over this. And we're not even really in it yet, because he's not even president yet. So I feel like I'm just gonna have this like feeling of like dread in my body until at least January, when it's all said and done. It's kind of like if somebody close to you passes away, it's like you can't really grieve and start to move on into the funeral. And that's how I feel. I feel like we're in the phase of somebody passed away and we're just waiting to the funeral. And in this case, like, the funeral is January when he becomes president. And it's like until then we're just in this space of like sadness and just not knowing how to like feel and grieve and move on. And if you listen to this and you think I'm being dramatic, this is not the podcast for you. Okay, go ahead, turn me off. Go ahead, turn me off. But yeah, that's just
It's
kind of initially how I've been feeling.
it's funny you mentioned a funeral because I was listening to another podcast where they felt like election night is like being in the hospital room where you don't know
Mm,
if a loved one is going to make it or not,
mm-hmm.
and getting the results that basically our loved one did not make it
Right.
is what all of Wednesday felt like for me.
Yeah.
Um, it's just I also had the feeling of like because we're rational people.
Mhm.
We having that thought of like, dang, why did I have so much hope?
Yeah.
Um, before Biden stepped down, when that ramblance like he need to step down, he needs to
Yeah.
step down. That era of time, I
Yeah.
guess it feels so long ago, but it was only like 100+ days
Something
ago.
days.
But
Yeah.
yeah, but I was even thinking then, like, I don't want him to,
Mhm.
because I know this country. Because either y'all are going to try to skip
Mhm.
Kamala, who rightfully, if he does step down, should take up that mantle. But
Yeah.
also knowing that Kamala is a black woman had me like, But of
Mhm.
course, like when it did happen, and you know, we kind of unified and like allegedly got behind
Mhm.
her. I feel like, okay, we can roll with this. I'm okay with that. But
Mhm.
it's just hindsight is 2020,
Yeah.
and playing a lot of Monday morning quarterback of like, dang, did I get my hopes up and thinking that America was gonna do the right thing?
Mm.
But also, I got to the point where I'm like, I'm not gonna feel shame for having hope,
Right.
because
Right.
she could not have done anything better.
I
She
truly
did
believe
an
that.
amazing job with
Mhm.
what the time she had, as all
Mhm.
black women do. We gon' come through and pull through and make things right. It Nothing she did,
Yeah.
could have changed the outcome. So now I'm in the rage phase.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm with you. I'm with you. Um it just it just feels very unfair, and I just feel very played by this country because like you said, like initially I was very nervous. I'm like, if I know America, they're not going to elect a black woman as president, especially
Especially
at
if they
such a
skipped over a white woman.
yeah, especially at such a divisive time anyway.
Hmm.
But I really let hope take over. And like you said, I'm grateful that I did. I'm grateful that I didn't spend the last 100 days, doom and gloom, being negative Nancy about all this. Like, we're just not those people anyway. And anybody, look, y'all should know firsthand. Anybody who has been in my DMs before this who were negative Nancy, got thoroughly cussed out and blocked because I don't have no time for that. Like, let me be happy. Let us be excited. And I really hate that there was a little bit of that going on leading up to this. But with the amount of like donations she was bringing in and the excitement and the feeling was just feeling like 2008. Like it was just like
Hmm.
everything was looking up, and I just kind of let myself forget for a minute that every time this country has a huge moment of progress, we always end up taking steps backwards before we take that huge leap forward. And this outcome is a humongous step backwards. I might feel differently in a few months. Right now I don't have a great amount of hope on what's to come, to be totally honest. I'm just trying to be a realist right now. So I hope nobody tuned in being like, okay, Clarence Wine's gonna make us feel better. We're not gonna make you feel better, because I don't feel better. I can't make it. We can't make you feel better if we don't feel better. And also, it's it needs to stop being black women's jobs to make everybody feel better.
Yeah, I was gonna say, stop. I know y'all stop DMing me because I don't answer. Stop DMing my friend to hold your hand through shit. That is upsetting me and my homegirls that y'all do that.
Yeah,
Y'all still fucking do that to this day.
to
I
this
think you
day.
got a message up until election day.
I got a messages on election day.
Stop fucking doing that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm specifically talking to you. Stop doing that. I'm sure you mean well, but we don't
For sure.
care.
Mm-mm.
That you are putting so much on one person to make you feel better.
Right.
You're an adult. Manage your own feelings.
Mm.
It's not up to Megan Myra to manage your feelings.
I'm gonna let you cook. You ain't stuttered. You ain't stuttered.
That makes me
Yeah.
so upset.
Mm-hmm.
I get why it stopped for me, because y'all already know y'all not going to get an answer for 30 calendar days.
Truly.
So I just need y'all to know that Meg's on her 30 calendar days too. Like,
Yeah.
leave her alone.
Yeah. I mean,
Stop it. Get
after
some help.
after the results came in on Wednesday, I definitely ignored. I'm just ignoring messages at this point about it, because here's the thing, like, I definitely have people in my real life off of the internet to commiserate with. I think
Mm-hmm.
everybody needs people in their real life to commiserate with, not just people on the internet, not just people on the internet. You know what I'm saying? And obviously, like, being on threads right now has offered me a little bit of relief to know that I'm not crazy for feeling like this. Being on TikTok right now has been a huge, like, comedic relief through
Mm-hmm.
all of this. But at the same time, like, I'm not dependent on strangers on the internet to give me hope or to make me feel better or to, make this make sense. And, like, just because you, like, have communication with people, it doesn't mean that they are truly the people in your life. And like you said, it's just a burden to put on strangers. It's a
Yeah,
burden, especially Black women.
especially Black women. It's one thing to commiserate. Is that the
Mm-hmm.
word I'm thinking
Mm-hmm.
of? Of feeling the same way, and I think that's what you're explaining of what we're
Yes.
seeing on threads and what we're seeing on TikTok. It's another thing to be in someone's DM like, I feel horrible.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're putting your feelings onto someone else. You should have people in your real life that you can do that to.
Right. Yep.
That's not cool.
Nope.
Like, that is not cool. I Especially from white women.
Mm-hmm.
It is not our job to make you feel better.
Right. To be clear, did not understand the assignment. Do we want to talk about what the assignment was and how that was clearly not not understood?
I And then immediately came to Black women like, what can we do? Y'all still doing the same stupid
Y'all still
shit.
still doing it. Still
Still coming to
doing
us to
it.
be like, what can we do? How can we show? What you could do was talk to your daddy,
Talk to your
your
people.
mom, your brother and sister. It should not
Mm-hmm.
feel safe in y'all circles to have people on the Trump side.
Mm.
And it does. And you know it does. And I know the people listen to it. While you may have pulled that lever for Kamala, you know people who did not.
Wow, there was so many women on TikTok, especially, that I
Mm-hmm.
saw, kind of bragging about
Yeah,
voting
that trend.
differently than
Yeah.
their partners and stuff. It's not cute that you got a
That was
man in your
not
life
the flex y'all
who,
thought it
yeah,
was.
it's not cute. It's not the flex. And now, after the election, I've been seeing this huge uproar of people cutting off so many people in their life, and not only people in their life, but influencers,
Mm-hmm.
companies, like people that they were, invested in, or following, or whatever. Now y'all are cutting them off. But my question is, why weren't they cut off 8 years ago? Why
And
weren't they cut off 8 years
how long they
ago?
gonna be cut off
Mm.
until it's not popular to say so again?
Oh.
Cause I feel like a lot of this is just virtue signaling. Like,
Mm-hmm.
y'all don't care to do the work. You just want to be seen as if you
I'm
are
not
on the
one of
right side.
them. Yeah,
Yeah.
like with the blue bracelet movement. I mean, if that's not the most, like, performative shit, like, we
Mm,
don't need that. We don't need that. I see they already planning another women's march. Why?
I
What's marching gonna do if you're not even talking to the people in your life about making a different choice? And obviously, you can't reach everybody, but just throwing up your hands and saying it was nothing I could do. I can only control my vote. It's not good
You're
enough.
not doing the work.
No.
You're not doing the work, and the numbers show that.
Mm-hmm.
And it is what it is. The numbers
Yeah.
don't lie. Like, I'm not even concerned about triggering people. You should be triggered.
Well, that'll help. That's step one. Sit in how you feel. Sit in the before you start jumping in our DMs, because we're not gonna answer. Um, Sit in the discomfort. Sit in the realization that there's a lot of people who did not do everything that they could do to make this be different. Everybody just needs to sit with that
Yeah.
discomfort.
And if you did, you shouldn't be discomfort.
Yeah, you shouldn't be
So,
triggered. If you know you
yeah.
need to, this shouldn't be triggering for you at
Yeah.
all.
It
This
should
shouldn't
not.
make you feel like you need to jump in our DMs to justify any of your actions.
We not the people who didn't understand the assignment. So coming to us, I had somebody on Threads, some random person. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know if they listen to the show or follow us or whatever. Basically explaining what the blue braces were for white women. I don't give a fuck.
Mm-hmm.
And then they continue, and I said, I don't give a fuck. I don't
You don't care.
care. I don't care what y'all
Mm-mm.
signaling to each other because it ain't the right thing. The
Mm-mm.
numbers don't lie. Y'all didn't signal to vote for democracy.
Right.
I don't care what y'all signaling to each other about some goddamn blue bracelets. If y'all
Mm-hmm.
sat in our faces and said that y'all was going to be with us, y'all was going to put this woman in office, how am I to believe that y'all aren't lying about these goddamn blue bracelets?
I mean, I've literally seen Trump supporting white women say they're going to buy blue bracelet too, because how are people going to know why they want to do that? I guess just to be assholes. I'm not really sure, but it's a lot of people who about to find out a lot of things. And yeah, it just means nothing. It means nothing. It's performative. Um, and there are a lot of people. You know what? Let's just talk to the planner community for a second. Let's just talk to the planner community for a second, because obviously a lot of things we're saying definitely applies to the planner community.
Mm-hmm.
But if you don't do politics, politics is gonna do you, and politics is about to do all of us for the next 4 years. Okay, so sitting on your hands, being quiet about where you stand, not wanting to piss people off, not wanting to turn Trumpies off of your shop. Okay, that's
Ain't no shop.
ain't no shop.
Ain't no shop. All y'all getting
Yeah,
y'all stuff from China. All y'all getting y'all stuff imported
right.
here. We know where y'all getting y'all stuff from because from the pandemic, all y'all had delays because all the
Mm-hmm.
shit was backed up.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all not gonna be able to afford that shit. So that
Mm-mm.
shop that wanted to put both Republican shit and Democratic shit in their
Mm.
shop, kiss that shit goodbye. Ain't no
Yeah.
shop. You ain't affording to do it.
No, because here's the thing, like if the shops are paying more to get stuff, then they're going to have to put that cost back onto their
Mm-hmm.
customers. The girls already ain't barely buying planner stuff like they used to. You think they about to buy it up when it's even more expensive?
Bye.
You're not
The
looking good.
shops. The shop's gone. the shop is gone. And I'm not trying to like laugh at it. You know, I laugh through anger.
Yeah.
So if y'all hear some giggles, it's not because I think it's funny. It's just
Mm-hmm.
through the anger. But I don't know. Like y'all did not think beyond yourselves.
Right.
You really didn't. Like the shops are struggling now.
Mm-hmm.
They are struggling now. The cost of the brick is about to go up for real.
Right.
Hobonichi's 250.
Lord Jesus. Lord.
Even if you getting it from Japans, you buying it on
Mm-hmm.
ground, they still got to get it from Japan. How you think it's gonna get there to them?
And you know what? Let's talk about this as well. I don't care how many followers y'all lost for finally doing what you should have been doing this whole damn time.
The way we didn't lose, I I don't know, maybe the normal 5-10 people that
Yeah,
come and go every week. Like
yeah,
I
yeah. I think I've lost a few over this election cycle, primarily from people who just don't want to hear about politics. I
mm-hmm.
do not think I had any Trump supporters following me anyway, because I have been very consistent in making it known. I mean, if my identity doesn't speak for itself, then I certainly have through my platform, as have you, as have most of our,
Yeah.
Black friends and stuff in the community. But if you are a white or white presenting creator who has lost a shit ton of followers this week, and you for finally speaking out, it's because you wasn't speaking out the way you should have been this whole time. People are surprised because you haven't been using your platform. So you shouldn't be surprised that they are leaving. And you definitely shouldn't be surprised if they cussing you out on the way out. Not to say that that's ever justified, but if you have gone out of your way to make your platform apolitical and then
Mm-hmm.
you start making it political, yeah, people are gonna have some shit to say about it. And I don't think that that's not. I don't think that should be surprising at all. Because like I've lost a few followers too. Nobody has cussed me out on their way out because they know better.
I mean,
So.
it's that simple. I think that calls for a bit of self reflection. You like, I lost 500, I lost 1,000. I don't think that's
Mm-hmm.
the flex. That to me, that says more of a reflection about how you have been presenting yourself on your platform.
Yep.
Because if it was abundantly clear, I don't
Mm-hmm.
think nobody 500 people followed you since
Mm-mm.
Tuesday.
Yeah.
I
Yeah. And it's
Yeah, it
like,
should be abundantly
yeah,
clear.
I agree. And it's like, obviously, people can use their platform however they want to. But I'm going to be real honest. Like, if you weren't using your platform to get Kamala elected, I don't give a shit about you using your platform to cry about her not getting elected. You wasn't doing the work online, and you probably wasn't doing the work in your personal life either.
Nobody wants to do the work, but they definitely will take the credit if something goes right.
100%. 100. I mean, we have been hearing for weeks that if Kamala wins, it's because of women. People have not been saying because of black women, because of women of color. They haven't been specific over which women would have gave her that
Oh
win,
yeah,
and we
they
know
all want to
why.
be lumped in.
Yeah, and we know why.
I
So yeah.
Yeah, well, we definitely in the find out phase. Is going to be
Mhm.
interesting with the planner community. Like you said, with some of these creators being like, "Oh, I lost X amount of people." Da da da. That
Mhm.
honestly makes me side eye you a little bit as a creator.
Mhm.
Um, the shops that wanted to play both sides of it,
Mhm.
I really want to see how long it takes.
Yep.
Um, before
And
you see some
and to be
repercussions to that.
to very clear, not wishing that on anybody, just
For
being
sure,
honest
yeah.
and realistic about
It
the
just is what
prospects.
it is,
Would
yeah.
love to be very wrong, would love for something else to happen. But I think things are gonna get a lot harder now for a lot of people because of this. Not just financially, but just, their lives and their freedoms, and it's just not going to be great. But I did want to shout out a creator and a shop owner. Her name is C. Amy Draw. She is a woman of color, and she has received a ton of backlash on her platform, which again is just like, if somebody's like identity doesn't let you know where they stand, that's weird. It's just very, very weird to me. But yeah, she has been getting a ton of backlash from people who are surprised that a person of color would not have wanted Trump to get elected and is vocal about that. I don't really
That's very
understand.
interesting. I haven't really
Uh-huh.
been tuned into too much other than this
Mm-hmm.
when it comes to social media if I'm on there. So, but yeah, that's very interesting because
Mm-hmm.
she kind of talks about it all the time.
And that
But
as well. Yeah. But yeah. So I mean, and then people have been very rude in her DMs on their way out. So I just wanted to show her a little bit of love. And I will always go out of my way to support shops who are not afraid to take a stand. We need more shops like that.
yeah, that what was y'all? Uh, I guess because I am a black woman, I just don't live my life in la
Mm-hmm.
la land as much as I like
Mm-hmm.
to say that I'm delusional, but I just cannot imagine like what y'all thought she was just gonna keep drawing for y'all, keep showing y'all how to say Japanese words or some shit. Like it was just gonna be.
I mean, here, this is where the entitlement in not only the planner community comes from, but in the world comes from. Because a lot of the messages that her and other people have gotten is that, oh, you don't need my money, you don't want me supporting your shop, and da 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 da. And it's just like, no, I don't need your money, and I don't want you to support my shop. Come what may, like we took that stance literally when we started this podcast. We have said so many times, Planners and Wine could have been so much bigger if we would have been very quiet about social justice issues and politics, because people love to feel like they're supporting black people and people of color as long as those black people and people of color are not talking about their identity and who we are. You know what I'm saying? Same thing for queer people. People
Mm-hmm.
love to support queer people until they talking about being queer too much. People love to support black people until we talking about being black too much. And there, like I said, there are a lot of creators who fit into those categories who could have been a lot bigger had we taken that had we made that decision to just be silent about who we are and the things that we care about. And it's not worth it wasn't worth it for us. It's not worth it for a lot of people. Some people it is worth it, and
Yeah, it's
whatever, but it was never
yeah.
worth it to us. And I appreciate shops who are willing to take it. I mean, it's just too big. It's not like she was running against Mitt Romney or some damn body, some just generic Republican. You know what I'm saying? Like it's the stakes were huge with this, and the consequences are going to be huge with this.
Yeah,
So
for everybody. For everybody.
I mean, there's a reason why the Pentagon and all these leaders in Washington are having these meetings about how to protect the government and the democracy from what's to come from a Trump presidency. But, you know, yay, cheaper eggs that aren't actually going to be cheaper.
Also, made George W. Bush pay for his goddamn crimes, because not leaving some of these hoes behind is how we got here.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I
And,
mean,
yep.
just simple economics. Like, we're not,
Mm-hmm.
stuff isn't going to get decreased. At
No,
best, it stays about the same.
at
But with
best.
inflation, things are going to go up. You just don't want it to go up massively in a short amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
You're not getting $10 paperback books anymore.
No.
That's just not going to happen. Eggs ain't going to be 12 cents a dozen.
Mm-hmm.
I It's just common sense. It's really not hard. You don't even have to be like passionate and into it like we are to just know one plus one equal two.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
You know what? I wanna kind of close this segment down. We'll be talking about this more on our last shots episode that we're gonna record later. So if you're on the Patreon, y'all are gonna get a lot more about this. But I wanted to kind of bring this to a close with just shouting out the 92%. The 92% of black women who showed up and showed out for democracy like we do now. Um Black voters are always the most steadfast and dependable Democratic voters, which, you know, the Democratic Party don't be focusing on us like they need to because we are so loyal, which is why you should focus on us. But we don't even have to go there today.
Yeah, literally the
But
backbone of the party, of the fucking
literally,
country, but go
uh,
off.
right. But here's the thing. It's just like, because obviously everybody has their own interests when it comes to voting, and I've loved that a lot of people have been trying for months. They've been shouting from the rooftops that there is no such thing as a perfect politician. There is no such thing as a perfect party, but you vote for the party or the politician that gets you closer to where you want to be. And, you know, historically, that is what the Democratic Party has done for us in the past
Mm-hmm.
50, 60 years. It just is what it is. And they're never going to be perfect. They're never going to get us all the things we want, but they're always going to be closer to what we're going to be. And I feel like the Republican Party, like, I mean, at one point in my life, you know, depending on the candidates, depending on the issues, I could have seen myself being open to voting for a Republican. That's 1000% off the table now because the Republican Party sold their soul to MAGA and Donald Trump. It's an absolute wrap for them. My interests will never align with white supremacists.
Mm-hmm.
My
Yeah,
interests will never align with misogynists, homophobes, xenophobes. My interests will never align with those people. So I will never vote in lockstep with those people.
yeah.
So,
That I It's just the MAGA party at this point.
yeah.
Anybody that um on the Republican side that would had
Mm-hmm.
stayed, true to democracy, retired, passed
Yep.
away,
Got pushed out.
got pushed out. So it's the
Yeah.
MAGA party now.
Mm-hmm.
It's not even just Republican, as
Yeah.
as we have known it. Not that we've ever been on that side, but you could damn sure say the Republican Party,
Mm-hmm.
what held 15 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
definitely stood for democracy.
At least, at bare
At
minimum,
least
bare
10 tone
play
down on that. Like they
about
did not play
democracy.
about that. Now it's
Yeah.
just I and this is what wins for them.
Mm-hmm.
So if they want to continue to win it, you either got to get down or lay down over there.
Right. At come with May at the cost of pretty much anything. Um, I don't even want to get on Christians for Trump because that is the biggest oxymoron bullshit I've ever heard. Like, there's
Is
literally
he
no
even
such thing.
Christian?
No,
All right.
we
What's
gonna
the
fit.
next topic?
Yeah, you know what? Let's shout out to the 92%. Shout out
Mm-hmm.
to the people who showed up and showed out. Shout out to the people who tried, talk to their family members, talk to their community about doing the right thing. Shout out to the people who volunteered, who donated, who just did what they had to do to try to, make the outcome that was a win for everybody collectively. Instead, we got an outcome that's a lose for everybody collectively, whether people realize
Mm-hmm.
that or not. Um, but yeah,
Yeah.
more to come on our shots episode if you want to join the Patreon. Myra, do you have any final thoughts about the
No.
election?
I'm just done. I'm fed up. Please don't DM us. We're not managing other folks' feelings. We definitely understand like talking about it
Mm-hmm.
on threads, and I'm sure we'll respond back, and I'm sure y'all probably seen us in y'all comments there, but y'all know what we talking about when we mean don't DM us.
Yeah.
I don't really have to explain it.
And if you have already, don't apologize. Just don't do it no more.
Yeah, please.
Just don't
That's
do it no
worse.
more.
Just
Just
yeah, just
stop.
leave it.
That's
Yeah,
the best
just leave it right
apology
there.
is change behavior. Just stop it. I told the girls on threads that we was going to fuck off today. Did we go off sufficiently?
I love what you just said there. That
Yeah.
the best apology is changed behavior.
Mm,
That's a bar, because
bar.
we've already had people be like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." I think somebody actually comment on one of our like YouTube shorts or something like,
Mm-hmm.
"We messed up." First off, don't include us in the we, because
Mm,
we did not.
be specific.
Be
Be
specific. We did
specific.
not.
Mm-hmm.
Also, please do not call us people of color anymore. We identify as black with a capital B.
A
That's it.
capital. Two black YouTubers.
Period.
Two black
We stand on
YouTubers.
that. We
We
stand
are
on
not
that.
two POC YouTubers. We are two black YouTubers.
But yeah, the best apology is change behavior. I don't know how y'all gonna do that with what we got. And just realistically for the for next 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
Cause that man said we'll never have to vote again. And who am I not to believe him?
And we included in that we.
Yeah.
So
That's the American we.
that's the American people.
But
Yeah,
yeah, please don't include us in the we messed up, because we did not.
we did not. But yeah, shout out to 92%. We're
Yeah.
gonna take one last break and we will be back. All right, y'all. So we are back. We have a few other things to get into this week. We watched the Meg Thee Stallion documentary. It was so good. It was so well done. I loved like the cartoon like elements of it. I thought it was very, very beautiful and very well done. What did you think of it?
Yeah, same. She's big in anime, and I love that she like incorporated that
Mm-hmm.
into this doc. So that was so cool.
Very cool.
I don't know who the director is, but y'all did y'all big one on that.
I'll look it up.
But um oh god, 2024, besides what happened Tuesday, 2024 is really
Mm-hmm.
exposing people. And
Mm-hmm.
girl, did you see that one dude that was on the documentary talking about he should have aimed higher?
In his work
In
shirt?
his work shirt.
And how they got him the fuck up
They
out of
got
here?
him the fuck out of here.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Imagine saying something so heinous with a FedEx t-shirt on.
Which, like, I love that she had
Stupid.
so many receipts in that and really
Oh, she was
holding these people
collecting.
accountable. And I just, I didn't even think about how much she has just been through
Mm-hmm.
over the past like 6 years or so. And I mean, she has just been so strong and just so resilient. And I just sent her just all the love in the world. I hope she has
Yeah.
amazing people around her now. She really deserves nothing but the best and nothing but success. Like, she's just a real human being who has just gone through some horrible shit. Like, I can't even, like, the way people want to complain when they got one little asshole in their DMs. Like, imagine the whole internet coming after you when you're a victim of a crime.
I feel like I cried that whole documentary because it's
Mm-hmm.
like, to be Megan the Stallion, you got to have a ton of people around. You got to have a whole
Mm-hmm.
team or whatever. But to hear her still feel like she was so alone in that
Mm-hmm.
moment, and it looked like her cousin was throughout the doc that
Yeah.
came through with the baby. Baby's so cute,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
she clearly had people that is
Yeah.
Team Meg around her,
Mm-hmm.
but it for her to feel so alone is just so heartbreaking
Yeah.
to be someone of that stature
Yeah.
and to be a victim of a crime
Mm-hmm.
and still feel like, I mean, to this day she technically didn't press charges against him, the state did,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
but still
Yeah.
she was being treated like she is the one trying to ruin this man's. Is Trump going to deport him too?
We can only hope. We can only hope that Tory Lanez gets deported after his 10-year sentence is over, because
Please.
that man is such a menace. Like, as much as I knew that he was a menace,
I
I didn't
didn't know
even
that
realize
extent.
the
Yeah.
depths of how far he went and the way that people, I mean, Joe Budden literally said out his mouth that you spent the last 2 years trying to destroy a black man. How was she trying to destroy him when she was simply a victim of a crime, didn't even call the police, didn't even press charges? She literally cooperated with the investigation of
Mm-hmm.
somebody who shot her, and somehow she's the bad guy?
That. Mm,
Make it
and
make sense.
make it make sense. And all the people that was on his side are horrible ass people. Joe Button don't have
Mm-hmm.
a good reputation. He beat women too.
He sure does.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
did he?
Chris
Chris
Brown
Brown.
talking about free Tory Lanez. You barely free, Chris. Okay,
Be
all
so for
y'all
real.
men in this documentary talking all that crap. Y'all are barely free. Probably shouldn't be. And you got
Birds
the
of a feather.
audacity. Yeah, yeah, it's just gross. It's just
It's
gross.
gross.
And but it was such a great documentary. For anybody who hasn't watched, it's called In Her Words, and it is on Amazon Prime. You can watch it. It was directed by Nika Onora or Nira. Sorry if I mispronounced that. And it was fantastic. Very much worth watching.
Mm-hmm.
And believe women, trust women. I don't understand why men always get the benefit of the doubt, even in violent crime situations like this. It's kind of insane the way the internet just completely turned on her and railed against her for years, and actually continues to this day. There's a part of the internet who don't care, who's still screaming
Yeah.
free Tory Lanez. And not only did he shoot her, but he harassed and bullied her for years following that, just because.
Just because that man really thought that he just had the world on his side and he could do whatever. And
Mm. And
again,
and the legal
fucked
system
around and found
said,
out. Yeah. Yeah.
just because
Yeah.
just because he won the war of public opinion, he still lost where it mattered, which is in the court of law that actually gives a fuck about evidence, while people on the internet don't.
Yeah. And
So
shout out to that blogger.
yeah.
Meg. I just imagine Meg talking to Cardi. Like, how
Mm-hmm.
the fuck do I sue this?
And did.
Did.
Because you can't just
Uh
you cannot just say whatever you want. Like, freedom of speech does not mean freedom of consequences. And if you get on the internet, if you build your whole platform lying on people, it's not gonna work out for you. It's just not
it's
gonna work
not.
out.
And it's clearly it's not about the money.
Mm-mm.
It's just
Mm-mm.
principle. Because yeah, I think clearly you didn't learn from Tasha K. So
Mm-hmm.
it's truly amazing that some bloggers still be out here doing wild stuff after that Tasha
It's
K case.
wild.
I
It's
wouldn't
wild.
even. Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cause
but
and I see, especially because of MAGA and everything, I see people on the internet all the time talking about, free speech and how they have the right to their facts and blah 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 blah. And it's like there's no such thing. Like either it's a fact or it's an opinion. And
right.
facts are not dependent on your feelings. Facts are not dependent on your feelings. Like there is a such thing as just the truth. And so just because you feel differently doesn't make what's actually true less true, even in the age of Trump and the misinformation and disinformation that him and his followers have, allowed to and help run rampant all over the internet. Like there is always going to be an objective truth in every situation. And the objective truth in this situation, as proven by a court of law, is that Tory Lanez shot Meg Stallion and he is in prison for that. Your feelings don't
Yeah.
matter.
Feelings are not facts.
Mm-mm.
Facts are like pregnancy. You either pregnant or you not. Like it
Yeah,
just is what it
it
is.
is what it
Like
is.
there is no gray area. There is no
Mm-hmm.
my fact, your facts. It just facts are facts.
Yep. Yep. Exactly. And like you said, like you are not free to just say whatever you want without any sort of consequences. That is not working. Also, a lot of these social media sites are private companies, and they can infringe on your rights any way they feel like it when it comes to that. So, yeah. Anyway, shout out to Meg Stallion. Always.
Yeah,
Shout out to Meg Stallion.
she had an amazing year too, because
Mm-hmm.
that case wrapped up like December of last year,
It
and
did.
she has just been flourishing this whole year. I'm
Yep.
so excited for what she has to come and proud of what
Mm-hmm.
she's done so far. I mean, she cool with Beyonce. She could probably got Beyonce phone number.
She definitely does. And
Like she can't
Glorilla is like
lose.
one of her besties now.
Yeah,
Love
she can't
Glorilla.
lose.
Like, come
Yeah.
on. Um, we also got to get our Aldi Advents. That's something that we look forward to every year. This is the first year that I partook in I was able to partake in the Aldi Advents that ended up in a election year. I don't think I started buying them until 2021, which is after the 2020 election,
Yeah.
obviously.
Yeah.
Aldi, y'all gotta change y'all drop date. Please don't ever do this again the day after the election. Like I was just we wasn't lined up at Aldi at 8 o'clock in the
I don't
morning
think
like
nobody
usual.
was.
We was not feeling it.
Yeah.
We were not feeling
Yeah.
it.
The stock don't lie, because
No.
usually if you don't get there first thing in the morning, especially for the alcohol ones,
Mm-hmm.
it's a wrap.
Mm-hmm.
And we were able to get it days later.
Days later, did you end up getting the alcohol one?
I got the Bailey's. Well, it's not Bailey's. What is
Oh
it
yeah, I
called?
know what you're talking
Irish
about. Yeah,
cream.
yeah,
Yeah.
ice cream. Oh yeah, that's cool. That's
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, I didn't get any alcohol ones, but I got my coffee ones that I really wanted. I got a tea one. I got a Lego
Hmm.
one. I got the chocolate ones. I actually door dashed on the day of election for some of them, and that ended up working out.
Hmm.
And then I ended up actually going to the store days later, like on Friday, and getting the rest of the ones that I wanted. So, and I think mine had the alcohol ones too.
Went
I
into
just didn't
them.
care about them. Yeah, but yeah, like you
Also,
said, like nobody was that pressed about them this year at all. I think because it
yeah.
was the timing.
Yeah. Timing, and honestly, especially when it comes to the alcohol one, they don't really have the best reputation from the
Mm-hmm.
past few years. So maybe it could
Mm-hmm.
be a mix of both.
True.
But still, even then, everything else was there. Like all the chocolate
Mm-hmm.
ones,
Mm-hmm.
all the kid ones. I wanted to get the Harry Potter one, just look like little pop figures type things.
Mm-hmm.
But after I sat there and think about it, I'm like, where I'm gonna put all this shit? Where I'm
Yeah.
gonna put 20 little Harrys? Where I'm gonna put him?
The toy
So
stuff gets thrown away usually.
yeah,
It's
so
usually
and it
just
was
for
like
the
30 bucks. So I'm like,
Yeah, we usually just do it for the plot.
yeah.
But yeah, those little tiny Lego pieces, those do not stick around. But I got her the Lego one this year because they had like little Disney princesses in them, and I was like, okay, this is
Oh,
freaking
that's cute.
adorable.
Yeah.
So I'm excited. I just love Advents. It's just nice to have something
Hmm.
to look forward to every single day. So yeah, I'm excited. And I got me a little mini Christmas tree for my office at work. So I'm excited about
Oh,
that.
cool. I just bought another
Mm-hmm.
one. Because they, I mean, if y'all are looking, um, I would say shout out to Michaels, but I don't know who y'all donated to. But
That's
they
important.
they
That's
50 to
important.
60% off right now. So I bought another one like that
Oh,
for
good to
a place
know.
downstairs. That's like a
Mm-hmm.
4.4 foot, so
Oh, that's
it's
nice
perfect for the
size.
office. Yeah.
That's nice
But
size.
but yeah, I just got the as far as Advents, what
Mm-hmm.
else did I get? I did get the tea. I did see the tea
Mm-hmm.
one. Ashton wanted a bluey
Oh
thing,
yeah.
so I got that,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that's it.
Did you say coffee? You got coffee, right?
I didn't get the coffee
Oh,
one
okay.
because
Gotcha.
I need Chuck to help me with the stuff that I don't
Mm-hmm.
want to drink, and
Mm-hmm.
he's been kind of doing it off the coffee. So
Oh, gotcha. You
so
don't want
yeah, I'm
those
like I don't
pods
want those just sitting
just
around.
sitting
Yeah,
around.
so I didn't get that
Understandable.
one, but I think
Yeah.
that's I feel like I got something else though, but maybe I just can't remember. But when you told me about World Market, there's
Mm-hmm.
one I found out there's one fairly close, so I think I'm
Oh,
gonna probably
nice. Yeah.
stop by,
Yeah, they
see
have
what's
lots
there.
of advents as well, guys. If anybody doesn't live close to an Aldi or whatever,
Hmm.
it might not be too late to still drop by and get some, like you said, based on the stock that we
Yeah,
saw at both of our stores in two different states.
yeah,
But also
check it
World
out.
Market, Amazon has a few advents as well, just random stuff. So I don't know if you're into advents.
Five
Um,
Below too. I
oh
think
yeah,
they have decent ones like under $10. So if you don't want to like spend
invest.
a
Yeah.
decent amount of money, definitely check out Five Below too. You can get a cute one.
Yep. Let us know if y'all are partaking in any advent calendars this year. Like I said, it's just something great to look forward to. I haven't seen a lot about Black Friday sales as of yet. I remember last year a ton of planner shops did like these pre Black Friday sales. I haven't seen a ton of those except for Plum Paper. But this week I'm totally
Simply
out of the loop. So
yeah, I think
yeah.
Simply Gilded fell this past Friday or fell
Okay.
like the sale fell. I didn't mean
Yeah.
like they
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We see what you meant.
but but by the time y'all hearing this it's going to be over.
Hmm.
I'm curious because a lot of people usually do like that Gold Friday. Oh, Lights Planner Action did it
Mm.
before, like the week before the election. So I'm wondering if people are like trying to move it. They're kind of seeing what the vibe is right now
Yeah.
in the community. But
My vibe is stick to Black Friday in the week of Thanksgiving. I just be so primed and ready to shop that week anyway.
mhm,
Especially this year with the election and stuff. I'm
yeah,
just I'm team Black Friday. I'm team Black Friday personally. So and we'll
yeah,
definitely let y'all know about any Black Friday sales coming up on the next episode that'll be dropping the day before Thanksgiving.
hmm,
So any sales that we know about, if you're a shop who has been clear about which candidates you support, just hop in our DMs and let us know about your Black Friday sale and we'll definitely put it on the show.
you can definitely DM us about that. We'll chat
Only
about it.
only if you took a stand for democracy publicly. But yeah.
But yeah, hopefully we get some more details here soon on
Mm-hmm.
some Black Friday. It's interesting because last year I feel like everybody was doing their Gold Friday.
Everybody. Everybody. I think I don't know if it's just the election or it's
Yeah.
only November 10th as we're recording this, so maybe people will be dropping sales this week or something, but
Hmm.
I'm not buying nothing else until Black Friday. So it is what it is.
Yep.
Um Last thing, we have to give reverence to mother of the Beehive, Beyonce. She received 11 Grammy nominations. She is officially the most Grammy nominated artist ever, surpassing her own freaking husband. And she is at 99 Grammy nominations. And all I really have to say about this is Grammys don't piss me off. Grammys don't piss me off,
I got a
and
feeling they
don't
will.
let Beyonce get dressed up and waste her time. That's how I feel like we're gonna know. If Beyonce does not go to the Grammys, then I don't think that she's going to get album of the year. But if she actually goes, there's a chance. But the Grammys love to piss us off. But I'm telling y'all now, don't piss me off.
Now we know Beyonce does not get out of her house for nothing. So don't let
Mm-mm.
it be for nothing. If she
Do
show
not
up, do not play in
let it
her
be
face.
for nothing because Cowboy Carter was a excellent groundbreaking album. I have seen the category.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe any of the nominees even come close, but obviously I'm a stan, so I'm biased.
I'm biased with the
But
Cowboy Carter
truly,
hat on. But I
for real,
agree. I
don't piss us
agree.
off.
Yeah, even with the bias, I do agree. I mean, I just
I hate
this is the
them.
only reason why
I
I'm happy
hate
that I am
them
born in this timeline is because
because
I
we
get to
get to.
witness
Yep,
greatness. It
yep,
must be how like my mom and
yep.
people around that era felt about Michael.
I agree. I agree. And you know what? The reason why I'm just telling them like don't piss us off, like don't waste our time. Like, okay, yes, a nomination is cool, but how many nominations are y'all gonna give her in this category and not reward her for the amazing bodies of work? I mean, it should have been a long time ago. It should have been for Lemonade. It
Beyond self-titled for
it's self
sure.
titled. It
I mean,
could
that
have been
changed
for
the
Renaissance.
game.
She has had so many albums where y'all played in her face. Do not do this to Cowboy Carter. Do not. Do not. Hell, I didn't even see Swifties being like, we love the Torture Poets Department, but it's not better than Cowboy Carter. Give Beyonce her things.
It's not. I mean, it could be a good album without being better than Cowboy Carter.
100%. 100. There are a lot of gret albums. Like all the albums that are nominated are probably really, really great
Yeah.
albums. But it's like, come on, Grammys, don't piss us off. Um, so yeah.
And she
Um,
got Linda Martell
mm-hmm.
finally getting her flowers.
Yep.
Shabuzi got nominated for a
Yep.
Grammy. So,
Yep.
like, I'm sorry, nobody ain't putting people on like
Yeah, putting
her.
people on. Yep. And she did get nominated for Best Country Album, which if she wins that after with CMA's pulled and snubbed her, I'm going to laugh my ass off. I will laugh my ass off.
Oh man,
But
y'all
yeah.
really don't want to see black women win because y'all know what we could do.
That's literally why right now how I'm feeling. I'm like they not gonna let her win because good things just don't happen anymore. But I'm trying not to be that way. I'm trying not
It's
to be
really
that
hard.
way.
It's really hard to just be like, you know what? Everything sucks. Everybody sucks. F it.
Yeah.
But to have hope and have, what Dumbledore say? What's his
About
quote?
how here, let me look it up. Was
It's
it he,
about darkness and the lights notion.
happiness can be found even in the darkest of times if only one remembers to turn on the light. You talking about that one?
Yes, yes.
Yep.
I'm trying, Dumbledore. But I cannot find the light switch right now.
We literally said in our group chat, I was like, this is like when when Voldemort and his people took over the school and the Ministry
Mm.
of Magic. That's how right now feels. That's how right now feels.
Mm. God. But just to have that little bit of hope to know that Voldemort did get his just dues.
Yeah. Yeah.
And uh,
You know what?
but they
And
had to rebuild Hogwarts from that too. So
they had to
yeah.
rebuild. And you know what? People reminded me online that we still have Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl performance. And if he don't get on that stage and say F Donald Trump, I'm gonna be upset.
Now you know
I'm
that
be
man is going. I feel like he must Trump second to Drake,
the
if
NFL,
not before.
that's it. The NFL will be so pissed. The NFL will be so pissed. Oh my god, it will be glorious. It will be glorious.
uh I mean, there's
Oh,
something to look for. There's always something to look forward to, but
that's true.
it's hard. So, and that's valid. If y'all
Yep.
feeling like very hopeless and
Yep.
trying to find the light switch, that's
Yep.
valid. But
I mean, even Big Sister General Kamala said that only when the night is the darkest can you see the stars. So, you
that's
know,
true. Shout out to Big Sister General.
yep. We
I'm
we gonna be
so
all
proud
right.
of her.
We gonna be all right.
I
I'm so
I
proud
don't
of her
know.
too.
Yeah, I don't think
Yep.
we mentioned that
Yep.
earlier. I
Yep.
am beyond proud of her.
Yep.
Like she is that girl. I just she could not did anything better, anything different. She did her big one.
I stand for life. And I still feel deep down that she will be our first woman president. Maybe not right now, but I still feel it. If she were to decide to run again in 2028, she would have my unwavering support. I will go to war for that lady. Not an insurrection or anything, but
Let's clarify.
legally illegal things. But yeah, I don't think we have seen the last of Big Sister General, and I look forward to seeing what she do. I think her presence is definitely going to help us get through the
Mm-hmm.
next few years, and I'm so proud of her. She's amazing. She is more than qualified, and I mean, at this,
Yeah,
there are
beyond
no
honestly,
qualifications to be president. Like, let's be very clear
there
at what
aren't.
y'all did. No qualifications to be president even matters anymore, thanks to y'all. But
How can you might as well take the age thing off of it? I
the citizen, do you really have to be
do you
born in
really
the
have to
United
be born
States?
here?
Like, why? Because if you're not born here, you can just buy the election. Looking at you, Elon Musk. Sell your Teslas. Sell your Teslas, guys. But anyway,
But she
I
did her
digress.
thing.
She
Yeah,
did.
I hope she does. But
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be surprised. A lot of people who don't go for it, like Hillary, they just being rich Hillary.
True. But I just,
So
yeah,
I
and you
wouldn't
know
be
what?
mad at her
Big
for doing
Sister
that
General,
either.
she doesn't owe us anything. She does
Yeah,
not owe us
absolutely.
anything. It's
She really
whatever
don't.
she
America
wants
don't
to do.
deserve her.
Yeah, truly, clearly, clearly.
But
But
yeah.
yeah, y'all. We will see y'all before Thanksgiving. We hope that y'all check out the Patreon. If you like us, if you know are part of the whatever percentage of women that didn't go for Trump, join Patreon. Join Patreon if you're not.
That kind of went over my head. Like, hold on, which side are we inviting
No,
to the Patreon?
I said didn't. I said the ones
Didn't.
who
Yeah,
didn't.
didn't. Okay.
Clearly
Okay.
not. Hell no.
Yeah. And
Look,
I hope, if this, our election talk conversation had some light to some people, because I we know our demographics. Um, but yeah, I don't DM us, but I mean just take some time to reflect. That's it.
sit in the discomfort.
We
Yep.
do it all the time.
Yep. Shout out to the 92%. Y'all have a good one. We'll talk to y'all soon.
Bye guys.